What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. Today, we'll be looking at The Real Housewives of Miami, Season 5, Episode 1. And, it's on Peacock. It debuted yesterday on Thursday. And, yeah, I only seen Episode 1. I'm not a big binge watch person, so I was just like, let me just watch the first episode, get a video out, and, so far it's really good. And I could definitely see that this season is going to be really good. These first couple episodes, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, Lisa's gonna look crazy, and it's so sad because we know where her marriage is going, and it's just kind of sad. But I'm gonna speed through this real quick. Like, comment, subscribe, get down in the comment, let me know what you guys think, because I gotta go to Washington, D.C. in a minute. So yeah, let's get into the video.
Let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, want it, securing the bag.
So we just basically see how they intro the first episode of each season, the aesthetic of the town, just basically getting us reacquainted with all the ladies, and all of the ladies basically are Gertie, Alexia, Julia, Larsa, Nicole, Kiki, Marisol, and Adriana. I feel like I'm missing somebody. And Lisa. So everybody's basically just bouncing back from people's houses, just seeing little updates like how, Nicole got married, even though she said she didn't want to get married. Then you have Larsa, she basically officially divorced Scottie Pippen, so now she's over here in her own, apartment style penthouse with her kids, and it seems like she's trying to be a little bit more family oriented than season 4. And yeah, we just basically get right into it because Gertie meets Larsa at her new home and basically just showing her around, and then Alexia meets Marisol at Alexia's new salon. And her salon looks really cute. Nothing really over the top like how they're doing in Dubai, but it was still cute nonetheless. So Alexia basically tells the backstory with Gertie. She's just like, Gertie's just been really rude to me. She's just been very rude. I was asking her to do, if I was going to plan a party, who was going to go to? I'm going to go to Gertie. And she was like, I tried to get Gertie to basically, let's do the part 2 to what we did last season towards the end. And Gertie felt some type of way because she, basically what happened was, I feel like it was an interpretation, but Alexia basically insulted Gertie about her partying skills. She compared her brothers, the fundraiser for her brothers in Haiti, and then to her event that she threw for Alexia, and Gertie felt offended. She's telling Larsa, she's like, yeah, I feel offended because how are you going to sit here and try to throw in my face about something that is precious and it's about my family, my brother who died. So I totally get where Gertie's coming from. I feel like she's being a little bit sensitive, but at the end of the day, that was family, and when it becomes with family, everybody's going to be sensitive about it, right? We go over to Nicole, and Nicole, she's over here talking to her husband. She's like, yeah, we just got married, this, that, and the third. Her husband runs the entire, that machine over there, her husband is the one, right? So, they have a son, they're buying cars, and they have such a flashy lifestyle. I don't remember what he does from the other season. I just know he makes a lot of money, obviously, and she is a doctor. I don't know if it's an anesthesiologist, but she's a doctor. Don't hold me to it. Nicole, Adriana, and Julia, they go to the Miami Open, and it's just a cute scene. I'm still trying to figure out why Julia is a main housewife. I'm still trying to figure that out. But maybe she just fits the aesthetic. She has a storyline with her family. She's an empty nester now with Martina, so she's over here thinking that, I'm gonna have a lot of time to spend with my girl. No, she's not, because Martina's over here commentating for tennis, and she's over here in Aspen on the slopes doing her thing. So it's just a weird dynamic for her, and I think there's a little scandal that's gonna come out with her with some other guy. I don't know, but we'll get to it. So we see Lisa and Lenny. Even last season, I always felt like their relationship was so weird, just because I felt like he was so annoyed with her. I felt like Lisa has built herself up to be the quintessential trophy wife, and she's everything that a man would ideally want on paper. Beautiful, stunning, socialite. She loves him, worships the ground he walks on, and I feel like that's why Lenny looks at her like she is, for me, I feel like Lisa is very much, she doesn't hold that many opinions and she seems a little bit aloof. And yeah, and like with this whole divorce thing with Lenny and Lisa is really hitting home for me because there's a lot of stuff in my personal life, people that I know that is really touching them, and you know, I feel for her. And seeing some of the sneak peeks that I've heard, that's why I can't wait to watch these other episodes. But he says some things that was just disgusting, so we'll see what happens, y'all. But so we're going to talk about Lisa and Kiki meet Marisol at Marisol's house, and they're just having drinks, you know, just kikiing, just trying to have a good time and stuff. Throughout the conversation, Lisa makes a joke, and it's from like one of the Instagram trolls that they over here just talking about. Oh yeah, the new penthouse that Larsa got her apartment at is where all the pimps, hoes, prostitutes, drug dealers, and OnlyFans people, that's where they live at. So Marisol and Kiki make a face, but they all laugh it off. And she's like, oh my God, I'm just joking.
There's drug dealers, pimps, OnlyFans. Holy shit. She's gonna get an ass beating from Larsa.
And even though Kiki and Marisol were just like, oh yeah, we know you're joking, girl. We know. But she even said in her confessional, she was like, let me just go ahead and talk to Larsa before anybody else goes and talk to her, because I don't want anything to get misconstrued. Like I'm trying to mess about her. Too late. So this real problem with Larsa is the fact that at the season 4 reunion in New York, she felt like a type of way because Larsa was getting a lot of heat from Julia, from Adriana, about her body, about her being fake, her OnlyFans. There was a lot of stuff that was coming at Larsa, and she felt like Lisa didn't have her back. And like Larsa was saying a lot of stuff. She was like, you know what? I'm not telling you to stick up for me. I'm just saying have an opinion.
You shouldn't. You know, that's not what I do.
Lisa, you don't stick up for yourself, so don't stick up for me. It's fine.
What do you mean I don't stick up for myself? Stop these digs.
Stop.
And Larsa be throwing a lot of digs, and Lisa just take it. And I'm just like, you're just the type of girl that just goes with the flow and take it. And I feel like with this whole situation with her marriage, I feel like she's growing a voice. And we saw that at the end of this episode, like she's growing a voice even with Lenny. So I like to see that, because you just don't want to see somebody just get like trampled all over in the relationship, which I mean, that happens to a lot of women. So Larsa, she's throwing a party, and you know, we see her like go look at the venues and stuff, and like there's a whole Kill a Beyonce comment. Child, Larsa's body. I like Larsa, don't get me wrong, but yeah, Larsa, she looks gorgeous. So we basically see the party. We transition to the whole party situation, and Larsa's gorgeous. Like she comes over with her friend, and you know, she said, yeah, you know, I'm inviting Julie and Adriana, but I'm inviting them to like the main party. I'm not inviting them to like my personal party in my house, because you know, I don't really rock with them. I don't know what their intentions are, because they had beef on Instagram where Larsa made a comment, and then in her comment section, Julia and Adriana was in the comments. So she called Julia a weirdo, and I think called Adriana obsessive or something like that. So everybody starts rolling in at the party. The first one was Kiki. Kiki comes in. Kiki looks amazing. You could tell Kiki is a model. She's gorgeous. I love Kiki. But Kiki is messy. Kiki was very messy in this episode, because the first thing she said, she was like, Larsa, so I was over here with Marisol and Lisa was talking junk about you. And Larsa's like, what are you talking about? She's like, well, you know, Lisa said that, you know, your house is like where the OnlyFans and drug dealers and the pimps are at. So I mean, at the end of the day, this is a show, so I'm not even over here just thinking that much deep into it. I get it, it's a show, they gotta make content, cool. But Larsa took offense to it. She was just like, what? That's crazy. Like, why is she talking about the place that I live at, that I paid for, that I bought with my own money and not my husband's money? Basically insinuating that Lisa's whole lifestyle and her whole life is built off the back of a man. Not my words, hers. So while everybody's coming in, you can tell Larsa is very upset, because she's basically bringing up to everybody, like, can you believe she's saying this? Gertie comes in, because Alexia was already there, and Gertie and Alexia have very much like a dry hello, and it just seems very weird. I just want them to go ahead and just talk about it. But Gertie feels like Alexia doesn't really pay her any mind. Like Gertie tries to go up and have a conversation with her throughout the night, and then Alexia literally blows her off. Lisa walks in, right? Lisa walks in and she's like, hey everybody, hey everybody. And then Larsa's like,
Yeah, welcome to the hood, right?
so Lisa's like, what are you talking about? Like, and then Kiki's with Larsa. And I feel like Kiki wanted to be with Larsa because she didn't want Larsa to like basically twist her words. I don't know. But she's like, yeah, welcome to the hood. That's what you said, right? You talking shit about the place where I live at. So Lisa's like, what are you talking about? And she was like, Marisol Kiki. So Kiki was like, yeah, I told her what you said. You know, that's my friend. I'm close to her, so I told her what you said. Like,
It's close to be talking about somebody else. And it would be wrong of me to be so close to Larsa and not saying anything. It's all about loyalty. So what? Like,
so Lisa's basically just trying to figure out, like, why are you over here talking about, like, you're basically misinterpreting what I said. Like, it was a joke. It was nothing serious. So I don't know where Larsa took the 180, but she started throwing jabs. She's just like, okay, but you want to talk about that I live in like basically a place where OnlyFans and like pimps and hoes, prostitutes, escorts and stuff live at. But she was like, you're over here rent out your house and your mortgage. You rent out your house to pay your mortgage and all this other stuff. And Lisa's just like flabbergasted. And a lot of people like they've heard that. They're like, yeah, I heard that she rent her house out for $40,000 each event and to help pay the mortgage. I mean, it's not something uncommon. And Lisa is just very much like angry, but they feel like, okay, she probably just embarrassed because she didn't know she had a mortgage. Because she basically said, I don't have a mortgage. I mean, I don't see what the problem is with having a mortgage. I mean, it helps your credit. So we know she's not paying the bill. So I mean, maybe that's what it is. But yeah, Larsa really went on the attack mode. And I just felt like, ooh, Larsa coming in hot. So Lisa's just like, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm leaving because that's crazy. Like, you throwing low blows and you're throwing jabs. I'm not taking this. This is supposed to be her party was a new beginnings party. She was like, oh, this is new beginnings. Yeah, this is a new beginnings from hell. So she walks out. They all go to the main entrance and they go to the party. And Lisa is like downstairs, just still like, yapping because she feels some type of way. And
I'm a really good friend.
Yeah. What you just said?
I'm a really good friend.
Malicious.
That was not malicious.
That was malicious.
And Larsa was just like, do you just want to go ahead and talk because like I want you to stay. It is what it is. So they basically talk it out, and Lisa was just like, it was very malicious the way you just attacked me for no reason. And she was like, I said it as a joke. And Larsa is just basically like, you said your joke, I said my dig back, like, let's call it a dub. I'm over it. It's not that deep. Like, you said what you had to say, I said what I had to say back. Like, don't get mad at me because your husband take care of you.
I've earned my unlike you. You live with your husband. Unlike you, Lisa. Okay.
You know what?
I'm like, for a person that's trying to de-escalate a situation or get over it, you're really throwing a lot of jabs. So Lisa just freaks out. She's like, don't you ever do that.
Don't you tell me that I haven't earned my
Okay, whatever. Right now, lean on Lenny. You lean on Lenny all day, all night.
Starts crying, starts getting red in the face. I'm like, this is just episode 1. So I'm just like, oh my God. So Lisa, she tells someone, it's like, I'm really mad at Kiki. I'm not really mad at Larsa because but she basically trying to say the message was given to Larsa wrong. It really wasn't. I mean, you did say that. You said it was a joke, but you still came out your mouth and said it. So they go back and forth, and it's just mayhem. And in the middle of this mayhem, Alexia and Julia walk in, and she walks in with a bouquet of flowers with olive branches in it. I didn't even know that you can buy olive branches. Now I do know, so I'm beginning to, So they basically stopped their conversation, and then she's just like, hey, thank you for coming. And Alexia's like, not Alexia, but Adriana's like, this is olive branch. I hope we can just mend fences and start over. Julia and her, they basically apologized. She was like, well, you called me a weirdo, so this and the third. And Larsa's just like, I mean, I like you, but you just insert yourself in a situation that doesn't have nothing to do with you. Which is true. Towards the end, like, Julia was doing a lot towards Larsa, and the end was just like, okay, where's this coming from? But I mean, for the first episode, this was really good. Lisa and Larsa is definitely taking charge of the first episode, and Kiki with the little assist being messy. It's funny because even Marisol was just like, yeah, I heard it, but you know, I don't really even blame Marisol in the situation because she didn't bring it up. Kiki did. She just basically confirmed that, yeah, that's what was said. So we'll see how it happened on episode 2. These videos, since they dropped 4 episodes back to back, I guess I will be having these videos out. I might do episode 2 on Monday, maybe Saturday, Sunday, I don't know. Depends on what goes on in DC, so we'll figure that out. But yeah, season 5 is off in the bang. So far the MVPs obviously gonna be Lisa. This whole season is gonna be about Lisa and her trifling husband, because in the previews we see some audio that he's basically talking to her, basically telling her, like, with the divorce, he was like, yeah, you know, I'm kicking you out the house. I'm gonna have to get a court order. I don't want to do that just to kick you out the house. It was just crazy stuff. And then him basically plotting. And the whole thing with Lisa, when she's like, yeah, you know, Lenny's looking good. He's working out. He's dressing better. He's doing this. And for a man that you've been married to for almost 12, 13 years, all of a sudden start doing these things randomly, especially like a man that's like in his 40s, 50s, just randomly start dressing better, looking better, smelling better, going to the gym, caring about his appearance. And you basically saying, yeah, you know, I'm not doing anything different. I'm just happy that he's looking better. Obviously, there's something that's catching his attention that makes him want to be more presentable. Because I know people that get in a relationship, they are very comfortable. Like, you already know, people get in a relationship, they gain weight. Okay, so it's just like people get comfortable. So for him to just switch up, like, now if he was always working out, he always looked good and always like cared about his appearance, that would be something different. But for him to be a doctor and then all of a sudden just like start doing this different, his appearance start changing, his haircuts are different, it would be concerning. Like, who is catching your attention for you to care about your appearance like that? So she's playing aloof and just like, oh, you know, I'm just happy he's looking good, yeah. And the thing about it is, even when season 4 was going on towards the end, I even saw that there was pictures of him with girls around Miami, and there's just like a lot of pictures in Miami with him with different girls, and then it would be the same girl with brown hair. And yes, I wish Lisa a lot the best. I hope they don't have a prenup. Get your money, because it's just sad. Towards the end of the episode, like, she basically sitting down with Lenny, his mom, and she's cooking food. You know, they're having like very family time. And like the wine cellar was broke, so they're trying to fix the wine cellar. So she basically telling her son, like, he was like, yeah, you know, I want to go to Jewish school because I'm Jewish. Cool. So he wants to learn a little bit more about that. So she sparks up a conversation about that. But everybody's paying her dust. She says, like, yeah, you know, that'd be really good for you to go to Jewish school. Everybody's just like, yeah, what's the wine cellar's fixed? Like, they are paying her dust, and she's growing more irritated. So she basically looks at him just like, I'm over here trying to have a conversation. You're over here just ignoring me. What are you doing? And he was just like, oh, the wine cellar got fixed. And she was like, okay, but this is an important conversation we're trying to have, and you're just ignoring me. And the look that he gave her, like, he basically stopped eating his food, gave her this glare. That look
Was so nasty. Ooh.
I said, yeah. Like Lisa Black said, there's no possible way your relation's gonna last. I pray that whatever be the best move for Lisa is what she does. But baby, that man, if looks could kill, could never. But y'all, let me know what you guys think. Do you agree? Are y'all team Lisa or team Larsa? How do you feel about the Lisa and Lenny divorce? Did you see it coming? I feel like, so what do you guys think? Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video soon.